Yeah, I'm retired. I'm kind of taking an easy life for a while, but I'm open to public speaking in a large way. And I have a message to share now at this point in time that people can benefit from. And it's geared for anyone that has any challenges, any daunting experiences or daunting difficulties that they're facing, and giving them some tools that they can use to find sound footing and to find greater value and greater opportunities considering the new position they find themselves in. My situation, as you know, is I was diagnosed with Parkinson's disease when I was 48 years old, and that was a bit young for me. I mean, most people get it in their 80s or 90s, and then they're there for about a couple of years and they're gone. I had it at age 48. I had 3 children, all under the age of 10. I had a wife that was not working, and I had a few things on my plate. I think you could agree when you think about that scenario. But then I got diagnosed. I was premature. The percentage of the public that gets it as early as I got it is about 8/1000th of 1%. No pressure, right? Well, there's a little bit of pressure there, but I learned myself going through this process that, hey, we all have challenges, we all have difficulties, we have good days, bad days. Life isn't always fair, but you can get through these things, and there's some even greater opportunities when you do. I'd say just probably overall reputation. There were very few people that I respected that were accomplished in what they were pursuing that really impressed me, that did not understand and recognize the value of TEDx. And so I knew that it was a platform to get my message out, probably one of the best, foremost, premier platforms that I could have used to get my name out and my message out. So I just knew there was value there. And that kind of was the first thing that drew me in. From there on, it was just kind of just a learning experience to try and understand, well, how does this game work and how can I make it work for me? So I'm still in that process of learning. So it was in St. George, Utah, and the venue was called the Tuacahn. And Tuacahn is, I think it's an Indian name of some sort, but there's a gentleman named Doug Stewart years ago. He wrote a very popular play, and the play was called Saturday's Warrior. And he went out to this venue at Tuacahn, they called it, and he checked the area out, and there was not even a performing arts center. There was nothing there at all at the time, but the land was available for purchase. And he had the vision and the wisdom to create a performing arts center out there that's second to none. And again, he had that background and experience, and then he created it. So it's probably one of the most recognized locations in all of St. George, Utah. To be able to be there is an honor, and to be able to perform in front of that audience was just a real thrill for me. So probably first and foremost, surround yourself with people that have the same values as you do, and that have the same drive and passion for what they're trying to do. It's so much easier when you can build friendships going into these large, audience type situations. The friends that I made during this process were so invaluable for me to help me get through some of the fear factors. What's the best protocol? What's the best way to posture myself? What's my body language? All these little tips that help public speakers, is just invaluable to be able to pick all those things up. And they don't come naturally, but they do come if you just, have somebody that you trust that can help you, coach you on it. It just makes such a big difference. And then I'd say get with a good group. I mean, you guys do a great job. I've been impressed with working with you guys from the very beginning. And I thought you guys were helpful and useful, and so I think it wasn't even close to a waste of time for me. It was just a steep learning curve, because I hadn't been through all that. So But it's been good. But I've learned from other speakers too. I've had great role models my whole life that have been just good examples of people who do courageous things. Because if you think about it, right, it is a little bit courageous to get out on a stage, complete strangers, and then try to win them over, get a nice long standing ovation at the end. It takes some effort, it takes some skill sets, and it takes some time to get there. But I'm just thankful that I bumped into the right people at the right time to help me get through that.